Hello friends, welcome to CodeCrux Coding. In the previous video, we have seen how to achieve the multi-threading using Runnable Interface. So we have already seen the two ways in which we can achieve the multi-threading using a thread class, also using Runnable Interface. In this video, we will see implementation of both these ways in a single video. Now let's start. What we can do, we can have a class here. So let's have a class. Name of my class is myThread. You can provide any name, myThread, and this will extend the thread class. And here we can have a method public void run, and what we want to do, we want to print the numbers from 0 to 50. What we can do here, int I is equal to 0, I is less than 51, I plus plus. I will say here sysout I. So this is our class myThread, which is extending the thread class. What we need to do, we need to create a thread for this class. So how to create a thread? By creating the object of this class myThread. So I will say here myThread t1 is equal to new myThread, and this particular class is directly extending to the thread class, so I can call the run method by directly the object of myThread class. So I will say here t1 dot start, and if I run this code, what will be the output? So this is a single thread, right? We have created only one thread, so it is printing the numbers from 0 to 50. Now what I want to do, I want to create another thread here. So let's create one more thread of myThread class. So I will say here myThread t2 is equal to new myThread. Now we have created two threads here, and I will also start this thread t2 dot start, and let's set the name also for these two threads. So I will say here t1 dot set name will be my thread 1, pass it in quotes. Set name for t2 also, t2 dot set name, this is my thread 2, and with this I, we will also print the name of thread. So how to print the name of thread? You need to make use of thread class thread dot current thread dot date name. What will be the output in this case? So what we are doing, we are creating two threads t1 and t2, and we are calling this two threads. We are running these two threads with the help of start method t1 dot start and t2 dot start. What this start is doing, basically it will call this run method, and it will print the numbers from 0 to 50. But as this is a multi-threading, it will not print all the numbers from 0 to 50 for t1 and then it will print for t2. Basically it will do it parallelly. So how it will do, let's run this code. So see here what it has done. Let's see from the start. So basically it has printed 0 for thread 2 first. So basically this is implemented first, thread 2. Then it has printed 1 for thread 2, 2 for thread 2, 3 for thread 2. So all thread 2 are printed till 14. Then again it has printed 0 for thread 1. So because 0 for thread 2 was already printed, right? So 0 for thread 1, then 15 for thread 2 because it has printed till 14. In this way, it will implement this parallelly. So it is not happening sequentially because it is a multi-threading. So it is doing this implementation for both these two threads parallelly. So it will print 0 till 50 for both these threads in a parallel manner. In the same way, we can have this logic for our second way, which is implementing the runnable interface. So instead of thread class, we need to make use of runnable interface. So we will say here runnable. And now we can directly call by using the object of our myThread class, because now myThread is not extending the thread class, it is implementing the runnable interface. So in that case, what we need to do, we need to create the object of thread class. So we will say here thread, and we will say here obj t1, and then we will say here new thread, and we need to pass here the object of my thread. So I will pass here t1. So once you pass here t1, so instead of t1 we can make use of obj t1 now. So I will say here obj t1, and then t1 dot start obj t1. In same way, now I need to create another object of thread class, which will be obj t2 new thread, and here I need to pass t2. What is t2? T2 is the object of my thread class, and instead of t2 I will say obj t2. So obj2 dot set name, which is a thread 2, obj, this is thread 2. And now if I run this code, the output will be same, right? It will in a same way it will execute parallelly. So here you could see it has printed here 0 of thread 2, then 0 of thread 1, then 1 2 3, then it has printed all those thread 2. It will happen as per the performance of your CPU. So basically this is also executing parallelly. Here you could see thread 1 is executed, then in between thread 2 also executed. So this is the practical implementation of multi-threading. How to achieve multi-threading. Basically your two threads are running simultaneously. So that's it in this video. We will see another topics in next video. Thank you for watching.